Hey guys, life has some sometimes wonderful and yet sometimes infuriating ironies. And as you go through life, you've probably experienced a ton of them, like these ironies come along and you're just like, seriously? How can that be possible? One of those ironies is the combination of chaos and order. And it's fascinating, as I was thinking this morning and writing and doing some reading, chaos for me brings life and excitement. It's when there's a lack of certainty and when there's some chaos and some change, like you feel alive. And I know for me especially, like I thrive on that stuff. I'm addicted to it. I love change. I love uncertainty. If you were to take me and blindfold me and just drop me off in some city where I've never been, I don't speak the language, I got nothing, I take the blindfold off and like survive, I'm like, yes, I love this stuff. I love it so much. But luckily not everyone's like me, or the world would be crazy, because a lot of us need order and we want order. And order is wonderful, my friends. It brings so much goodness and so much consistency and builds great habits. So as you're going along through life, like having the consistency and the order builds the habits, builds the routines, like gets things done. And so it's this beautiful irony that we need both order and chaos. And we want the order so that like we start getting results, because anything we do consistently and well produces results. It literally takes our ideas and turns them into results. But if we only have order all the time and there's no chaos thrown in there, I know some of you right now, and my wife included, are like, no, I hate the chaos. But the chaos like stirs things up. It reminds us that we're human, that we're just in this great big of experiment of life, and then it's fun and exciting, keeps us on our toes, and we have to adjust and learn and be flexible and like roll with it and learn how to solve problems. I love that part. But then we can't just have that. You can't just have the craziness all the time, the go, because you don't get anything done. You don't develop the consistency and the constancy and the stability and the habits. And so we actually cultivate both. And man, this is really why I love my morning rituals that I've been doing for over 20 years now, because that provides the order and the consistency for building these solid habits and getting results. And so wherever we are in the world, whatever we're doing, whether that's in a tent or overlanding or in an Airbnb somewhere or in our house, like I get up, I have books, I study. And if you guys could see my study patterns and my writing and my folders and my files, the way I research and study things, very orderly, right? And very deliberate, very disciplined. When I'm studying a subject, I'm in it. But then you see me out playing and having fun and having an adventure and like going international, and you have no idea what's coming at you. And you're out on this crazy adventure and you have no way to anticipate what could happen, and you just have to be on your toes and solve problems, whether it's at international borders or international airports, or you're rolling along and something's planned and they have traffic stops or closed roads, or like roads that are now missing, like things that weren't there before. I mean, it's just crazy. And I love that too. And it makes you feel alive. And so actually both of those scenarios can bring so much growth and goodness into our lives. So like I wanted to share this message today, and this irony that we want to actually cultivate and invite and thrive in both chaos and order. So a couple of things. Let's start with order. Set up rituals and routines. Bedtime, like evening routines and morning routines as a minimum. We also have some daily routines we do. And you want to set this up for yourself individually, as a couple, and as a family. And make sure that you've got some things in order. Even if see, you guys, life happens to us and it gets crazy and we feel like it throws us off. But I'm telling you, man, like there's things you can do, like my exercise routines and my studies, I can do anywhere, anytime, even if like the kids are doing this or the kid's sick and oh shoot, things got thrown off, our plans got totally changed. I can still hit my morning rituals and routines. I can still get my workouts in. I can still eat well. Obviously, there's a little adjustments and flexibility, but for the most part, you stick to the routines and rituals, and men hold them sacred. You do those things, you get them in order, and then you get things done so that every day you literally feel yourself taking steps towards your goals and your results. And so set up those rituals and routines. Write it out in the evening before you go to bed. Write down the things you need to get done. Make a list and prioritize it and work from the list. Look at it, like identify each of the tasks inside the list, check it off as you go. You just hit those things. Use your trackers like we're doing. Use the trackers that we have available and like chart yourself, get some accountability, some coaching, make that happen. Then on the chaos side, throw a little chaos in there, man. Do it on purpose. Go somewhere you've never eaten before. Go somewhere you've never traveled before. Just roll out and do something spontaneous. Just have some fun. Go try something you've never done. Go on a hike you've never been on. Go off the path, right? I mean, do all this stuff wisely and well. I'm not telling you go get lost or hurt or something, but like throw a little chaos in there. Everything does not have to be perfectly ordered and planned. A lot of you I know will have serious stress and anxiety if you don't know every last detail of every little thing that's going to happen. That's okay. It's good for you sometimes. Those of you who are super orderly, it is good for you to not know what's coming. And in fact, to not know at all. And there's been many situations where we've planned out everything and nothing works out. And we're just like, okay, let's roll with this. And we've got to be able to thrive, not only survive, but thrive in both of the scenarios. So create a little chaos, or at least welcome it when it comes in and say, okay, now what am I going to do about this? How are we going to solve this problem? Something unexpected just happened. What are we going to do with it? How are we going to roll with this? And learn to be agile like a cat, man. And feel the life and the excitement that comes in. And it can bring some nerves, maybe a little fear, a little doubt, a little anxiety. That just reminds you that you're alive. And that's good stuff. So take this irony, friends, of having both chaos and order in your life, and let one of them breed life into you and the other one breed order and growth and habit. And let both of them be a part of your life so you can be a fully developed human being, right? And not just one dominant way only, but to be able to do both. And you'll be happier and more successful as you do that. Remember, awesome is always an option. Reach upward.